Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 24th of June, 2015. Hope you're having a good trading week. Let's look at the ES front month futures contract. I'd like to tell you there's something new here, but once again, there is not. The S&P gained 1 point on Tuesday. The NDX was up 4. SOX was down 4. Look at the SOX. None of these are noticeable on a chart. And even the biotechs, which was up like 70 the day before, was up 1. One thing you will know that here, if I push this button, there's a Seeker 13 sell signal on the biotech index. Remember the last time in April that we got one of these? Rich pointed it out ahead of time by a day or so. And then it formed. You can see then the biotech index dropped about 400 points. So it is here again, yet another signal that could get us potentially something to the downside on the biotech index. But if we look at the other major indices, such as the S&P and the NDX, they're nowhere near any new signals because they've been so darn flat of late. Google was up almost 4 points once again, taking out the highs really of the last month or so over the last 2 days. Apple down half a point, doing nothing. The VIX down 0.63, almost the lowest close of the year. One day it looks like it closed lower than this back in May. That certainly isn't very interesting. Crude oil back above 60 by a few pennies. Gold was down 6 again after a drop the day before, so that's a little move there. Here's the trend, the 10-day moving average at 1.12, closing at 0.93 today. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So tomorrow, a really low number, that 0.5 reading, is going to come off of the trend 10-day moving average. But the next 3 days, so 4 days, will take out those two high numbers as well. So that puts us all the way in by next Monday's close. We'll just probably have a lower average on the trend. We'll be looking for that. All right, what happened intraday? Let's take a look at it. Here's the ES with the market directional. With the VWAP and 5-minute candles. You can see we gapped up, really screwed around for the first 30 minutes. It was the first time ever for those that follow our opening range plays, which is basically tracking the 2 minutes, the first 2 minutes of the trading day. The ES could not get a close outside of the range of the first 2 minutes for the entire first 30 minutes of play. I don't recall that I've ever seen that before. Then we tried to break out to the upside, held that for about 10 minutes. Then we rolled over and went back, filled the gap, and basically sat right there in a rest of the day was basically in about a 4 or 5 point range. Closed right on the VWAP. NASDAQ side filled the gap a little sooner, seemed a little weaker in the morning, but seemed a little stronger in the afternoon. Even though the total range was narrow, we closed nearer to the highs of the day on the NASDAQ side. So that's it's a little awkward. All right, what do we have for the next trading day, Wednesday? Again, I would love to be showing off some of our major skills in analytical work, but the problem is when the market's just this flat, there's really nothing new to talk about. So we have, in terms of economic data on Wednesday, the MBA mortgage index now at 7 a.m. Eastern. We've got the GDP, the third look for the first quarter. That's not a big deal, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, an hour before the bell. We've got our crude oil inventories an hour into the market. Thursday, we're going to have initial and continuing jobless claims, personal income and spending, PCE prices, and natty gas. Friday is just Michigan sentiment, and we're getting near the end of the month, the end of the first half of the year. Next Tuesday is the end of it. So at least there's some data here. Maybe something will get the market's interest and get us moving. Not sure what it could be. Volume was only 1.45 billion shares on the NASDAQ on Tuesday. That does not bode well. Matter of fact, here's that volume chart. I forgot to click on that one for you guys. Last 2 days, under 1.5 billion. So obviously not good. 10-day moving average of volume, 1.61 billion shares. We will be in the lab, calling it, helping you make money if we can. eSignal provides the charts as usual. If you do find these videos useful, please like them on YouTube. It does help us out. Have a great trading day.